Hello everybody, it's me, Carmine DeStefano, the Bookman.
They call him the Bookman, his rants never end. He's angry and he's loud and he has a lot of friends. If you have Alyssa Milano's number, you can always send it to Carmine DeStefano, the Bookman.
That song don't make no sense.
Hello everybody, it's me, Carmine DeStefano, the Bookman. The NFL Draft. 2 days and countless hours set aside for college kids to become multimillionaires overnight and for fantasy football owners to find dark horses they can fill the draft boards with. But in the 2009 draft, the Baltimore Ravens traded for a #1 pick named Michael Orr from Ole Miss. And we were told of the inspirational backstory involving him and his adoptive family, which made all of us wonder, how much longer till they make a movie out of this? Well, later that year, Hollywood gave us the motion picture based on the book, based on the true story called The Blind Side. Would the movie capture the spirit of the true tale? Well, let's take a look at it together, shall we? The blind side refers to the area in which the quarterback needs an offensive lineman to protect this from happening. Movie opens with Michael Orr, played by Quentin Aaron, who's having a rough go at it. After all, he's being investigated by the NCAA and... Wait, we're not there yet? Anyway, movie opens with Michael Orr, played by Quentin Aaron, who's had a rough go at it. After moving from foster home to foster home in the ghetto, he spends his nights sleeping on this guy's couch. To help both Michael and his son out, he speaks to the football coach of this prestigious private Christian school in Memphis to see if they could be accepted due to their athletic prowess. Then the coach sees Michael in action. He speaks with the board about Michael's enrollment, and although he doesn't have any academic background, the coach says that Michael needs to be enrolled because it would be their Christian duty. Bullshit! So Michael is now a student at this school. Because we've all gotten that opportunity before, haven't we? However, despite being in probably the hottest class in the world, he can't fit in. This leaves him distressed. Cut to Leanne Toohey, played by Sandra Bullock, who's a rich interior designer along with her franchise-owning husband Sean, played by Tim McGraw, son S.J. Sean Jr., played by Jay Head, and daughter Collins, played by Lily Collins. And the ad's read. Yes, I would! After the volleyball game, Sean sees Michael picking up the scraps left behind in the gym. The faculty then gets together about this whole Michael being in their school thing. One teacher believes in him, saying that he does have a heart and a mind, he's just uninspired to use it. As the Tuohys are returning home from Sean Jr.'s play, they find Michael out in the rain and the cold. Leanne then takes it upon herself to invite him into their home and give him the couch to sleep in for the night. When she gets up the next morning, she finds that he's gone. But before he can leave the premises, she invites him back over for Thanksgiving dinner. And they all eat together. The next day, she wants to return him home so he can pick up some clothes so he can stay for the duration. However, when he gets back to his slums, he finds that his mother has been evicted. And you thought you were having a bad week. Leanne then decides to take him shopping in the bad neighborhood.
You're gonna take care of me, right?
I got your back.
A guy that size having your back? That's not a bad thing at all. Utilizing her skills as a designer, she helps Michael pick out clothes he likes. And now he goes to school hot pimping. After spending a while in the house, Leanne then asks if he wants to stay. And Michael tells her,
I don't want to go anyplace else.
She then offers him the unused guest bedroom. And he says to her,
Never had one before.
What, a room to yourself?
A bed.
Leanne then leaves his presence, not wanting him to see how emotional she's getting over that. Michael is then being personally tutored by the teachers to help him improve his grades, seeing as how classroom teaching doesn't work for him. Because we've all had that opportunity before, haven't we? And since his grades have improved, he is now eligible to play football for the high school. So now he has a school, a team, a home, and a family that he is getting well acquainted with. So much so that they even let him in their Christmas card photos. The debutantes that Leanne hangs out with voice a concern for these arrangements.
I mean, even just a little. He's a boy, a large black boy, sleeping under the same roof.
Shame on you.
So she consults with Collins, who's okay with the idea, and then she sees how he's fitting in with the "God damn, you're so hot!" Please be over 18, please be over 18, please be over 18. Yes! Michael seems to be helping the football team later that spring, but wait, isn't this a football movie? However, it's a tough transition for Michael since he's never played football before, but Sean Jr. wants to help him out with his workouts. Michael wonders,
We'll just go home and play some video games.
"You're right, Mike. Why can't we just go home and play video games?" Sean Jr. serves as his trainer and his football mentor. So now he's really become part of the family. So much so he wants to get a driver's license, which leaves Leanne to wonder maybe it's about time they became his personal guardians. However, she doesn't feel it's right to just take him in, so she meets with Michael's biological mother. And after they have a heart-to-heart talk together, they make it official. Michael is now a part of the family. And his reward for that is
A new car!
So Michael wants to use his car to take SJ out for a ride.
I don't like this.
We then find out that Sean Jr. is safe after the accident because Michael instinctively protected him from harm. Knowing that, Leanne uses this to her advantage in coaxing Mike to become a better football player. And he does. And now he takes his act out on the road for his high school football team. And although he starts off pretty unnerved, the coach shows his loyalty to him. And he remembers what Leanne taught him, and now he starts kicking some major ass! With his success as an offensive lineman on the football field, a lot of colleges are very interested in recruiting him. Most of the coaches are really into him, including college football legendary coach Nick Saban. So the NCAA football coaches take a trip to his school and see him in person, and boy are they impressed. But he needs to get his grades up in order to get a full paid scholarship. So they speak to Miss Sue, played by Kathy Bates, so she could tutor him personally. Because we've all had that opportunity, you get the point. And he graduates from high school with good enough grades to get a full paid scholarship from the Tui's alma mater, Ole Miss. However, since he decided to go there, the NCAA wants to investigate whether or not this is all legit. The inspector leads Michael to believe that the Tui's did all this just so he could play for Ole Miss. Since they're boosters, this seems a little seedy. He's all upset and runs off from Leanne, and goes back to his old neighborhood and hangs with his old friends. Although he's uncomfortable, he doesn't really get upset until this happens.
She got a daughter? You tapped that?
You know, I was just wondering the same thing. No, wait, no, I wasn't. After she spends a day looking for him, Leanne gets a phone call from Michael and meets him at the laundromat he used to hang at. There she confides in him that he can do whatever he wants to do and she'll support him 100%. Hearing that, Michael decides he'll go back to the inspector and tell her he's going to Ole Miss because...
Why do you want to go to Ole Miss?
Because it's where my family goes to school.
And now he's cleared to go to Ole Miss. Leanne sees him off and walks away not wanting him to see how emotional she's getting, but he's not letting her get away with it that easily this time. And we end the movie with the actual footage of the real Michael Orr being drafted by the Baltimore Ravens and the Tui's in person. And that's pretty much it. So what did I think of this movie? To be honest, I rather liked it. It's heartwarming, inspiring, well-written, and well-performed. Especially the main characters. As usual, Sandra Bullock does a good job being believable. And Quentin Aaron did a good job making us feel for this big, large human known as Michael Orr. There were some sport film cliches, but they were charming and witty in their right and didn't deter from the rest of the movie. The only caveat I have with this film is we didn't really get to know Michael deeply. It spent so much time focusing on Leanne and her role in this that we didn't get to know Michael as well as we should have. Aside from a few flashbacks and some words, we didn't know where he came from. We didn't learn why he went from foster home to foster home. We don't know why he picked the Tuohys over everybody. It just sort of happened. We didn't get in depth with him, and he is the main character after all. There is no Blind Side without Michael Oher. But that's just a minor complaint. Overall, it's an inspiring movie that I'm sure you'd appreciate, and I suggest seeing at least once if you get the opportunity. And besides, it gives us all a wonderful adage we can live by.
We'll just go home and play some video games.
Yes, can we? And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Now, thank you all for watching. I have more for you soon to come, so stay tuned, take care, and have a great day.